Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here with me for today's video. We're gonna do our very first gift guide of the year. I feel like I'm a little behind on that, but it's been real busy around here. I'm sure you guys are going through the same thing, all the activities, all the things going on. It's also sixth season. We've had a lot of that in our house. So if you are already feeling a little bit stressed out with the holidays looming right on top of us, you are not alone, but hopefully that's where I can be of some help. I actually love the process of selecting, shopping for, wrapping gifts. That's just one of the things I love in life. So that's where I'm going to come in and hopefully try to make things a little bit simpler for you this holiday season. And that's what this gift guide is all about. So the concept for this video came from a conversation that I have every year with my husband. One of us will find a really cool gift and then we realize we still need a couple things to finish it off. You want to give somebody a gift that feels complete, things that complement each other, things that are going to be useful or that make sense together. And so I put together 10 different gift combos. These are gifts for her. I could definitely take this concept and apply it to other people on your list. If you like this style of gift guide, let me know down in the comments if you'd love to see it done for other people on your shopping list. But these are gifts for her. They are all $50 or less, and it's multiple items that go together, complement each other, and it basically gives you just a complete gift where you can take the whole thing and be done with that person. Or if you need to do things maybe on a smaller budget than 50, there are plenty of items here that could be standalone. You could also take a grouping and add something to it if you're working with a bigger budget. But the idea here was to give you options for a one and done complete gift with multiple items that make sense and are going to just, delight the pants off of the person that you are giving them to. So I'll have everything linked for you. It's always down in the description box. It is always pinned to the top comment. And then I will also have things that should be able to pop up on screen for you and you can shop that way as well. So, combo number one, we're calling this the Cozy Night In. Yes, I gave them all names because I'm silly and that's just who I am as a person. But this is really basic. It's pajamas and slippers, and that might seem tired or overdone, but let me tell you, I've never been sad to get either one of those items under the tree. In fact, they are one of the things that delight me most in life. So the pajamas, listen, I'm gonna level with you. I have very rarely paid more for like super pricey pajamas and noticed this major difference in quality from my Walmart pajamas. Now, sometimes I am paying more because the pattern and the design is just something extra cute that I've never seen before. But as far as how they hold up and as far as the quality goes, I actually splurged on a very expensive pair last year and they kind of fell apart and I was very, very sad. So I don't think you're always getting better quality for a higher price tag when it comes to PJs. I've got some from Walmart in the drawer behind me that I've had for years and they still look fantastic. So I did the little satin short set and then a classic flannel. Both come in lots of patterns and colors. I think you can never go wrong with leopard. But I also wanted to show you that green and navy plaid pair because it's very Ralph Lauren coated, which is trending right now. So if you know somebody who's super obsessed with that aesthetic, these would be a great option for them. And then two different slipper options. The little joy spun ones with the rhinestone detail are just really sweet, very affordable, under $15. I have a pair, they're fantastic. The other pair is actually from Target, and I will tell you, I have something identical from Anthropologie that I got last year, and I paid the Anthropologie price tag because I thought they were the cutest thing I had ever seen, and I was definitely not sorry about it. But then Target came out with these this year, and they're the exact same thing for $10, so save your money. They really are identical and they come in tons of colors for every style, every taste. So this is option number one, and it's very simple, but it's easy, it's effective, and I just think that nobody's gonna be sad to get this under the tree. All right, our next option is what I am calling the Kitsch Kit. I love this brand. They are so affordable, so accessible, but their products actually serve a real purpose. So I started off with one of their satin pillowcases. At the time I had extensions in my hair. And it really doesn't matter if you have extensions or not. If you want to help protect the integrity of your hair, especially if it's color treated, if you use heat on it a lot, a satin pillowcase is a fantastic way to do that. There are silk pillowcases out there, but the price point on them is kind of insane for what they are. And frankly, you're gonna be sweating on it and drooling on it. So I got my Kitsch one for, I think, $19, something like that, and I have loved it and had it for years. They come in tons of different colors, so they are a really fantastic gift option in my opinion. And then you can put a couple different things with them. These are the ones that I chose. Their ice roller is fabulous. Nothing feels better on your skin in the morning than just something that is really cooling and depuffing. It's one of my favorite little things to do when I am waking up and just feeling especially kind of blah. Perks you right on up. And then their satin scrunchies, I've talked about these before. These are so great for not putting dents in your hair, again, protecting your hair. If you do want to pull it back at night, if you have that satin pillowcase and the satin scrunchie, you're just doing your hair a lot of favors. So if you have someone in your life who's into beauty stuff, beauty gadgets, maybe if you're shopping for someone who's like college age, this is just a really great little pairing of beauty products that are beautiful to look at, but then also serve a really great purpose. Our next gift combo is called Colorfully Curated, and this one came from the thought that how many times have we found ourselves in a situation where we needed to buy a gift for someone, we want them to feel thought of, we want it to feel special, but we actually don't know them that well. You can draw names for Secret Santa and end up with somebody that just started 2 weeks ago. You can have somebody in your family bringing a significant other home, and you know that that person's really special to them. You just haven't gotten to know them yet, but you want them to feel welcome and you want them to feel thought of. So that's kind of where this gift comes in. I also felt like this was one where you could break these up and definitely make this a standalone. Like you could give just the coffee mug, you could give just the candle and matches, the little pearl initial ornament, you could tack that onto any of these gifts and it's something just a little bit personalized and special. But when you combine all of them together, it's a really beautiful, fun gift. Very, you know, Christmassy and just very bright and cheerful. And I feel like anybody would feel really thought of with this combination of things. And something I'm going to tell you, those candles are so stinking cute. They're only $5 a piece. They are a smaller candle, but they come in a beautiful vessel, lots of color options. So, I mean, definitely for sure you could give just the candle and the matches, and that would be so fun. But I just felt like all of these combined could be a really great way to give somebody something that feels intentional, feels curated, feels like you were really thinking of them, and even if you don't know them super well, they're going to feel incredibly special at the holiday season. I'm calling our next gift the Beauty Bundle, and what I like about this is it's great for someone who's more advanced. It's also great for someone who is a beginner. Anyone who is a beauty enthusiast would really enjoy this gift. So I am including my #1 top favorite BK Beauty brush, their Viral Blending Brush. It is so fantastic for anything under the eyes. It just blends everything out quickly and flawlessly. So this is one that I think everyone should have in their makeup bag. However, if you wanted to gift somebody a full set, their sets are fantastic. So I'll have some different options for that linked down below. They're the kind of brushes, if you give them to somebody and they take care of them, you can expect them to have them for a lifetime. So I also included a really great brush cleaner, and there are a lot on the market. Some of them are not as kind and gentle to your brushes as others, and you kind of have to be careful about that. They can really strip your brushes out and dry them out and just age them a lot faster. But the Beauty Blender ones specifically, I have had their brush cleansers in the past and I've always been very pleased with them, very impressed. So I included that here. And then lastly, the coolest little gadget from Amazon to clean your makeup brushes. So you can use it like a little bucket with your soap and water. And then when you're done, you can actually use it to hang the brushes upside down and let them dry. And what's really great about that is you should never have your brushes drying upright with the bristles facing up. That lets water get down in there. It loosens the glue around the ferrule, which is the metal part that holds it all together. And that can really take a toll on your brushes and damage them. So they should always be flat or they should be hanging upside down. And this little gadget lets you do that. It comes in multiple colors. This would be such a cool gift for somebody who is into makeup. I can think of a couple people on my list right now that are probably going to get this for Christmas. All right, up next we have what I am calling Chic at Home. This is a great gift idea for people who just really find the most joy out of being in their space with their people, the homebodies of the group, if you will. I consider myself one of those people. This is also another one you could definitely gift to somebody who you want to give them something beautiful. You want to let them know that they're thought of, but maybe they just haven't been in your life for a super long time yet, and you're not 100% sure what their very specific personal tastes and preferences are. And then there's a third component to this that I'll get into in just a minute, and it's probably my favorite out of the whole thing. So starting off with the blankets, those are Better Homes and Gardens. It's their cozy knit throw, just like Barefoot Dreams. Seriously, just like Barefoot Dreams, at a fraction of the price. There's a beautiful holiday plaid. There's the classic ivory cable knit, which I do own. I own a lot of these actually, and they wash up really great. But there's lots of other colors and patterns, so you can kind of choose that based on what you think the person might like. But these are a fantastic blanket that I curl up with constantly. And then I also included one of their candles. The Better Homes and Gardens candles have a great throw, really great scents. This one is super affordable. The vessel it's in is absolutely gorgeous. So this does not look like a cheap candle. This actually looks very high-end and really beautiful. And then the last piece of the gift, which might be my favorite, it's a picture frame, which nothing revolutionary about a picture frame, I know, but this one is just truly beautiful. I love the way an image can just float in the middle. It looks like it came from Anthropology, but it didn't. And here's what I love about this. So last year, I think, or the year before, someone said, hey, looking for some gift advice. I need to give something thoughtful, meaningful. I'm on a really small budget. Do you have any ideas? And I was like, actually, I do. So this picture frame, because it is so cool and you can kind of float that image and really let it stand out, my suggestion with this is if you're gifting it to somebody who is really special in your life, go back and see if you can find a sentimental image. Maybe it's from Christmas past. Maybe there's, you know, a reference to someone that you want to memorialize, you know, maybe it's just a really special memory and you've got it in black and white and you can print it that way. But just think about something that is really special, something that you wouldn't necessarily even think to put in a frame because it's older or it's kind of silly. I think those are the best things to walk by and see every day in your house. So think about that. If you're on a tight budget and you need to come in under $20, grab this frame, print a really special photo for the person who's going to receive it, and I promise you they will love it. If you know someone who always has their AirPods or earbuds in, this is their gift. So I was always hesitant to get AirPods because I thought, I bet I won't really use them that much. Turns out I use them every single day. My husband does as well. So anything that goes along with that, I'm always like, ooh, what a fun little gadget to go with my AirPods. So I found a really beautiful case from Quince. It's an Italian leather case for your AirPods or your wireless earbuds. It's actually very, very sturdy. I took mine with me when I traveled to LA and Chicago recently, and it makes them so much easier to find if you are digging around in a bag. So cannot recommend this enough just for its durability, its practicality, and because it's just a really beautiful leather material. Comes in great neutral colors, so good for really anybody. And then I also included a cleaning kit because if you have ever taken a good long look at AirPods or wireless earbuds after they've been in someone's ears a few times, they get very gross. So a cleaning kit is a must. And then I found something I had actually never seen before, but you attach each end to the earbud or AirPod, and it creates like a little strap that you can wear kind of under your chin or behind your neck. So I included some really cool silicone ones that would be perfect for people who like to run or work out. If you don't wear AirPods, one thing about them is just if you're like me and you're kind of klutzy, you can knock them out of your ear sometimes, and then you're like scrambling to find that one AirPod. So this keeps them connected together, which is really nice. I also found an option that's perfect for all of the really girly girls. You do the same thing, you connect it to each one, but it's gold and pearl. So it's a little bit of a dressier option. So I thought that was really neat. So this could be great for college age students, high school, just anybody in your life that you know that uses the AirPods or the wireless earbuds. Like, this is just a no-brainer that's going to be really thoughtful and useful at the same time. Moving right along, we have what I'm calling the self-care starter pack, and some of my favorite items are in this little grouping. So starting off with the Grace and Stella products, I've talked about them here on the channel before. Their depuffing eye elixir is so nice. It's got this really great roller ball, brightens you up, keeps everything depuffed. It's just a great one, especially if you're traveling, to throw in your bag with you. And then I also love their eye patches. They make so many different kinds. I have a couple different varieties that I keep under my sink. Sometimes I like to pop them in the freezer before I put them on. Pro tip, makes them feel extra cooling and nice. But those two together could even be a really great, gift or stocking stuffer. But I wanted to go a step further, so I included my favorite little headbands that I wear at night when I take off my makeup. There are some really cute spa headbands out there that like go all the way around, then you have to put them over and pull them back up and adjust them, and that's just more steps than I'm willing to do at the end of the day. So these you just plunk right on your head, get your hair out of your face, and you're good to go. And then I also included a lip treatment. This is La Roche-Posay, and I was trying to find one that was budget friendly, that had really good reviews, and that also didn't feel too much like it was geared for, kids and teenagers. Something that felt a little more elevated if you wanted to gift this to somebody who is in just an older age demographic. Now, if you are gifting it to someone younger, you could definitely swap this lip treatment for Laneige or any of the fun, cutesy, bright, colorful ones that are out there. There are tons. But the La Roche-Posay brand is a really great brand, and this treatment in particular had fantastic reviews, like I think almost 5 stars across the board with thousands of reviews. So that is the self-care starter pack. This is going to be so good for gifting to maybe, you know, the tired mamas out there, college students who are, you know, pulling all-nighters and trying to study, like anybody in your life, you know, that has got a lot on their plate and could use 5 minutes to just take a deep breath this holiday season. This is their gift. Next, we have what I am calling Curated Cooking, and I wanted this to feel like it could have come from Pottery Barn or Williams-Sonoma Cooking, but making it very chic and on a budget. So I love the fact that this really doesn't sacrifice on style or quality, even though to me this looks and feels so luxe. So I started off with Martha the Cookbook. This is currently under $20 on Amazon. Those prices can certainly always change, but if you know somebody who's into a different style of cooking, maybe Martha's not their thing, there are truly so many cookbook options out there in an under $20 price point. This one is beautiful in person though. I will say it's on my personal wish list to have in my kitchen. I also found these really great acacia wood utensils. I have a turner and a spoon on here. These are $5 a piece. You could tie them together with some velvet ribbon. I just think they are incredibly beautiful. And then I found a marble spoon rest. Again, all of the high-end vibes, but it's only about 12 bucks. It's going to look gorgeous sitting out in someone's kitchen. And then I also found these really pretty and sweet kitchen towels. They're not cheesy or anything like that. They look very elegant. There's a holiday plaid. There's a little Christmas tree. Again, $5 a piece. So you could pick one of these and add it to, you know, the whole gift bundle. And you're going to come in at that 50 and under price point, but it's going to look like you spent so much more and like you really just put a lot of thought into curating something beautiful for their kitchen. So I'm not a cook at all. My husband is a much better cook than I am, but let me tell you, I would be excited to get this as a gift and have these beautiful things on display in my home. Next up is a really fun one, especially if you know someone who's kind of into fashion and their accessories and they're always swapping out their purses and bags, or someone like me who is incredibly forgetful when they're swapping out purses and bags. This is the viral purse bowl. I own a purse bowl and it has been the best thing. However, if you're watching this going, what in the world is she talking about? What is a purse bowl? This started on social. I don't know who originally shared it, but when I saw it, I was like, bingo, I am doing this. So I have a bowl that sits on my dresser at all times, and it's the exact bowl that I have in the image I created for you. And basically it's just there as like a dumping ground for all the things in your purse, your keys, your lip gloss, your scrunchies, you know, anything that's going to go back and forth between your bags that you always want to have with you and you never want to be lost. You put it in the bowl and it just stays there until you're ready to move it over into a different bag. So a home for your extra card cases or your sunglasses, your scrunchies and lip glosses, and just all that stuff can stay in the bowl and it always has a home. So I included a purse bowl here. I also included some of the essentials, keychain, shout wipes, lip gloss, just those fun little, you know, things that it's really nice to have on hand to throw in your purse. You can put all of that together in this gift, and then you've given somebody something that is just really fun, has a very specific purpose, and if you've never tried the purse bowl, be careful, it might change your life. Rounding it out, we have what I am calling Take Note, and especially if you're like me, if you're a teacher's kid, you really know a fresh pack of pens, a crisp new notebook that nobody's written in yet. I mean, these are some of the greatest treasures in life, but this is definitely great for teens and tweens, college age, teachers. This is great for somebody who's wanting to get into journaling if they've kind of expressed an interest in that. So I found this really beautiful Rifle Paper Company notebook. I think they make gorgeous paper supplies and products, but still very affordable. So this notebook is truly beautiful. I included my favorite thing to write with most of the time. There's some others that I like, but the Papermate felt tip pens, they just come in so many fun colors and I have always loved them. I always have far more than I ever need on hand because I am my mother's child. I also included some really cute aesthetic highlighters. If you know somebody who likes to write in the notebook and then kind of color code things, highlighters are always great. And then I found the most adorable little paper clips with tassels to kind of mark your page in the notebook if you're trying to divide things up or keep your place, especially if you're journaling with it. So all of these together are really, really cute. You could definitely do them as standalone stocking stuffers, things like that. But if you wanted to give a full gift based on giving somebody, you know, a great new notebook to write things down in, especially going into the new year, all of this together just looks really cute and feels like it was meant to go together and was very intentional. If you stuck it out to the end, thank you so much for watching, because truly making this video has been a labor of love. I think it's one of my most favorites I've ever done. And if you are interested in seeing something like this for a different category of gifting, do let me know that, because I will get to work on creating another one. Also, I bet somebody's gonna ask about my Merry & Bright sweater or my really cute earrings. So yes, absolutely. Those and the lip, all of that will be linked down below for you as well. They're very festive and some of my favorites. So hope this was helpful. Hope your holiday season is off to a great start, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.